Going on, guys, Master back here again. We're back with another one of the Warframe build videos. How are we? Welcome. So, today's one, the Boltor Prime. One of my favourite ARs. I love this weapon. I loved this weapon before and after. It was it went through like it was insanely good. Then it sort of fell from grace and it became awful and completely useless. And now, whether they've buffed it again or whether they've changed something, this weapon feels usable again. And yeah, it has one of the coolest looking prime variants, might I add. Now there is a faction version of this, which I think this prime version is better for status, and the Talos one is better for crit. Can't quite remember, but as you will see here, half his health. So if I can actually hit all my shots. So, you know, not even a mag to kill these, provided you can actually hit them. This weapon being primarily puncture isn't doing it any favours. But it's nothing to write off. You know, it's got that puncture, it's going through. There's so many of these. As you can see, it's holding its own, and it has that cool effect where, because it shoots bolts, you have the ability to send enemies flying through the air and then impaled onto the wall. It's super cool. Super cool. So let's now strip all of the armor off you. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. What is this? Why are there so many of you? I'll try that again. Don't know why there's two of these. As you can see, stripping the armor off them doesn't seem to be doing that much in terms of damage. Are we going to be able to finish him off? No, because we can't aim. So let's just pox these guys to death. Not only these guys, we will pox the frame rate to death as well. Look at that. I think I've accidentally spawned in too many. I might have hit the spawn button twice. So yeah, taking the armor off them doesn't really seem to do very much. This weapon feels like it's much more powerful when they have armor on. So let's do one with armor. Just under half in the magazine. So it's managed to kill him in about a mag and a half. So yeah. So it's about the same by the looks of it. I mean, I did miss a couple of them shots, then it's hard to aim on console. But with or without armor, it seems to kill them quicker when they have it on. Which is it's interesting. But yeah, this weapon does also go through targets, so as you can see there, when I'm hitting one, I'm hitting the guy behind him as well. You can see it there, I want to show you. So, you know, there is that. You know, if you're sitting in a corridor, you will probably penetrate through your enemies. And against your normal, you know, your basic bitch ads, this is going to shred through them. And I think this is going to be... Mirage is going to make this look absolutely easy mode. She's going to make this look ridiculous, because we all know Mirage is crazy powerful. So yeah, that's where this weapon is truly going to shine. As you can see, not even a challenge. Mirage is wondering why you called her to work today. She had things to do. You know, she could have gone to shops, bought herself something new. But no, she's here testing this. But yeah, this is one of those weapons that Mirage makes infinitesimally powerful. I mean, she does with every weapon, you know. She makes some weapons usable, but with this, as you can see, the frame rate can't even handle how quick these are dying. Yeah, I believe, in my opinion, basing off of that I don't have many ARs, I'm gonna say, on a limb, without knowing, that the Boltor Prime is probably the best in the game. You don't need to strip their armor. It kills them quick enough. It goes through your targets. You can see that clone on the what side's that? The right over there. It's not even hitting. But yeah, I would say you really don't need a stripping frame to do this. I would say it's really not necessary. This is gonna make absolute mincemeat of everything. Much like the Tigris, much like the Amprax, with Mirage. It's a joke. Like I said, she's wondering why you've even bothered. I'm going to tell you guys right now, as my frame rate completely hangs itself, go out and get this weapon. I don't know how hard this weapon is to come by. I know it's been vaulted for a long time, but I have not been playing that much when the packs and things like that were out. Obviously, like the prime packs. Because when I was playing, this was with Rhino, I believe, but all the packs have changed now. So how expensive this is and whatnot, I don't know. I can't comment. Sort that out. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's super irritating. But as you can see, it's a 3-former build with all of these mods that are maxed out. Okay. So we've got Serration for damage, Shred for fire rate and punch through, Split Chamber and Vigilante Armaments for lots of multi-shot. There's 150 multi-shot there. High Voltage and Malignant Force, you know, the two mods to make Corrosive, Point Strike for crit chance, and a Vital Sense for crit damage. So this is sort of like a hybrid, you know, status and crit build. Although with a 30% crit chance, I'm wondering maybe this Prime version is the status version and the Telos one is the crit. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've not built the Telos one, so I can't comment. But I know that what's his name? Laser Gaming. He's someone that does loads of really good builds. He did a comparison, I believe, so if you want to head over there and check it out, it's just Laser Gaming. If you type in Laser Gaming Warframe, it'll probably come up. Yeah, he has builds for every weapon in this game, so, and he's starting to compare weapons as to what's good and bad, so he's probably got all of the facts and things like that for you there. You know, I'm just here to show you my build and what's working for me, but yeah, that's that. So there's, you know, there's the mods. Not hard to come by mods, I think. The hardest mod there is probably High Voltage, which is a Barrow mod, which, you know, always happen to buy one when it comes around. That's what I do. As you can see, I have 3 just there, some Fang Fusillades. I always do it because I know people tend to charge stupid amounts of money when he hasn't come around for a while. So yeah, next time you see him with High Voltage, pick up a couple, you know, save it a few months and then sell them for however much at a stupidly inflated price. So we've got 50 accuracy. I do think with a a projectile weapon accuracy is going to make a difference now. I think we're actually finding a mod here. So my controller's broken, so that was a terrible comparison. Let's try again. So that's without high caliber. And now, not high caliber, heavy caliber. And now we're going to chuck on heavy caliber. And we're going to try that again. So, to me, that, you know, you can see the spread there. It's not that noticeable. Probably gets more noticeable over time. There could, oh no, hang on, what have we got? There could be a reason I was using high caliber. I don't know why. I can't remember, but who knows? 30% crit chance with a 4.4 times crit multiplier. So if you can find a build that, you know, really makes work of that crit chance, you could probably work off of that multiplier. Bearing in mind that's just with one crit damage mod. And you know, you saw the video, you saw the proof. There's not even any doubt that it crits. It's very easy. 13 fire rate, magazine of 60 with a 1.2 punch through thanks to shred. So that might be why it's penetrating through targets. 2.4 reload. I haven't ever come across an issue with that. But if you're someone that hates that reload speed, there are mods, but you'd be losing out on damage if you wanted to take out, you know, say you wanted to get rid of point strike. Again, 12 crit chance. Do you really want to double up on that? I know I don't want to lose any of that. A 3 Riven disposition though, that's interesting. So maybe, you know, if you could find a crit chance Riven, or a crit damage Riven, or even a multi-shot Riven with something else on it. So maybe you could find crit damage, multi-shot, and toxin or something like that. That could... you'd probably get some decent numbers with a Riven like that. So I can't say I've ever seen a Boltor Riven. I've certainly never looked for one, so I can't comment on how good they are or if they're worth getting. There's probably somebody out there somewhere that's seen and or has acquired a god tier Riven that they abuse, and you know, more power to you. 96.8% status chance, so that's coming from, I mean, it must have a high. Does it have a high crit status already? 34%. That's not bad. 30 impact, 272 puncture, and 363 corrosive. So there's no slash on the weapon, so I don't think you can build for slash. It would be interesting to see though. Puncture, where is it? Begins with an F. Where's it gone? I'm gonna have to search it like a basic bitch. So, yeah, so building slash is pointless because you can't build it on this. So, you know, if you wanted to buff up the puncture, maybe if you could get puncture on a Riven, or you know, you could get a Riven with less impact, so that it was just puncture, maybe that would work. Again, this is just the build I use. This is my favourite AR. This is the AR that's my go-to. If I want an AR that's, you know, going to hold its own and not let me down, the Boltor is definitely the one I'm taking. You know, I preferred the Boltor over the Soma Prime. Oh, back when the Soma was you know, the god weapon, the go-to. I still preferred the Boltor. I just like the way it looks, and I like the fact that I can, you know, send an enemy packing and have him hang off the wall with the bolts. I think that's such a cool little feature, you know. But anyways, regardless, as I say in every video, this is the build that worked for me. You might have a better build. I'm not saying that these builds are 100% the best build. You must build like this. No, I'm just, you know, if you're looking for something else, you know, you're looking for an alternative build. I mean, you've seen the proof there. This weapon can certainly hold its own with the build I use. I've used this in an hour and a half long survival. I could probably go longer. You know, so it's holding its own. It can do the work, and I have yeah, really enjoyed using this weapon. But yeah, I don't say this is, you know, this is set in stone that this build is the best. Whatever, you guys might have a better build, and that's fine. I always say I'm open for debate. The comment section is open. I'm not here to argue with anybody. If you say, well, take that mod out and try this mod, then, you know, I'll give it a go, and maybe we can revisit some of these build videos in the future. But this has been Ash, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike the video if you didn't enjoy it. I'd rather you didn't, but hey ho. And the comment section is always open. Let's have a discussion, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.